Good afternoon to those who listen. It is February 18th, 2026. It's 1:09 p.m. And I'm just doing a follow-up video to these worldwide outages. I know it didn't happen in every country around the world, but it happened in many, many countries. It wasn't just YouTube. It was Google, Cloudflare, Amazon Web Services, Facebook, X. I mean, a lot. A lot of internet companies, internet providers, a lot of cell phone providers all went down too. It was kind of temporary, but a lot of you commented and a lot of you had a lot of great comments. And, with the thoughts of that this is a test. And I do believe it is a test. They're probably testing their systems while they're shutting down, everything else for everybody else. So they want to make sure that their systems are still running while everybody else is down. I also believe that they're preparing testing for the Great Reset. We are coming to a day soon when they will knock everything out. I believe even the power will go out. And I think it'll be worldwide. Maybe not every single country, but a large chunk of the world will be without power. And I think it will last for a little while. I have, theories, and, they're just theories, but I just throw them out there that, we've heard the Great Reset, Klaus Schwab and his Great Reset that's coming, the Agenda 2030. We're getting close to that year, folks, and it's going to happen. So I had a premonition many years ago, probably about 8 years ago at least, where I believe that there's going to be two events. One event where it's going to be like a worldwide outage, power outages, and it lasts for a few weeks to a month. And then they come back, the power comes back on, everything's back on, and they say, "Oh my goodness, we got to prepare for another event like this." They could blame the sun. Who knows what they could blame AI even. And they'll say, "Well, we need to protect from this for the next time." And then everybody will have to get the digital ID and all that. And it'll be one step closer to the mark of the beast. I believe that they already have the system in place, just not on yet, for the mark of the beast already. The AI is way more advanced, I believe, than what they are even telling us. And look at how scary everything is already. They're building giant data centers all around the United States and around the world so they can advance this AI while they suck up all the electricity and water and charge us more so they can run their systems. So I just want to say, that the day is coming where we're going to lose everything. And then they're going to force us to be on their agenda. So today is the day of salvation. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Today is the day of salvation. Don't put it off another day, because we don't know if there's going to be another day. Jesus is coming soon. I know there's still a few things that still have to be fulfilled in Bible prophecy, but they could easily be fulfilled really fast. And the day is coming when they're going to shut down these systems, and then everyone's going to be forced to either accept their agenda, to be able to live, to be able to even be on a computer, for that matter, and, to just for basic life and survival, you will have to be on their system. And we've seen all these social credit systems already in other parts of the world, especially China, where they're discluding, that's not a good word for it, but they're shutting out people out of their society if they don't follow their their rules. And then, there's a lot of homeless people in China because they just aren't got too low of a social credit score. It's coming everywhere. And we've seen flashes of the digital ID mandatory in the UK. People protested and they backed down from it. But I think that was also a test, too, to see where people would stand. There are so many people that are against it, they're going to have to still or instill in people that the need for it, outweighs, everyone's privacy and rights. So there's a lot that has to happen still, but each day that goes by is another test. And each test is, another test towards, compliance, where people will be forced to choose. Are you going to live in their society? Oh, you can have everything you want, maybe even a UBI, universal basic income. But are you going to choose that for convenience so you can have, your food, your shelter? Or are you going to choose to go against that? And if you do, you're going to be excluded from society. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. And we all know what it says in the Bible, the mark of the beast. The digital ID, I don't think is the mark of the beast, but I think it's the system behind the mark of the beast. There has to be other things that have to happen in order for the mark of the beast to be in place. But it's all the stuff that they need for it is already there, I think. And I really do think that the mark of the beast system could be run by AI. And if so, AI will run everything. I even think maybe the Antichrist could be a mixture of man and beast, which could be AI. Maybe it'll be a human, or maybe a clone of a human with AI implanted in them. Just throwing that out there. But the main point of this video here is to show that, everything can be shut down. Whether it's an accident or whether they're doing it on purpose, I think it's on purpose. And no matter what excuse that they use for the shutdown, it's their problem. They're creating the problem so they can create the solution, and then everybody must obey. It's They Live. The movie They Live. If you have not seen the movie They Live, watch it. It's supposedly not free anymore on any of the streaming sites, but it's definitely worth the $3 if you want to rent it, because it's so funny too that they use the year 2025 in there. But yeah, and all these movies and shows with the predictive programming, they're showing us what they're going to be doing. We just have to pick up on the clues. A lot of times we don't see what they're doing until after it happens, but we can look and we can see. So I will say to everyone out there, today is the day of salvation. If you haven't accepted Jesus, please do so. We don't know how much time there is left, and we don't have any future days that are guaranteed to us. I believe we are in the last days. I believe we are the last generation before Jesus comes back. It's possible we could be in the tribulation right now, the first part. I don't know for sure, but I believe we are definitely at the doors. We are definitely really super close, whether we're in the tribulation or not. We don't know when Jesus is coming. Nobody knows the day or the hour, so don't believe any rapture dates that they throw out there to try to fool you. Just always be ready at any time. That's what we have to do, is to always be ready. Always be looking for the signs. Always have our lamps full of oil. And always be watching the signs in the sky. We are told to see the signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. We are seeing crazy things happening. All right. Thanks for listening, and just take it serious. We are in the last days. Today is the day of salvation. Choose Jesus. God bless.